So I'm from Texas, so I want to first check out how the McDonald's spread around in Texas. So if we start scrubbing, you'll notice that we don't see our first McDonald's until around the 1,000 mark, and it's in Dallas. So yay, Dallas! Dallas is the best, and that's actually McDonald's 945. So right before 9,000. I mean 1,000. And as we keep scrolling, you'll start to notice that the McDonald's are clustering around San Antonio, Austin, Dallas, and Houston, and a few other major, or I guess minor cities in Texas. And as I keep scrubbing, you'll notice that most of the McDonald's are along these main highways. So I-35, you have quite a few. So Ardmore, Waco, Temple, then Austin. And then 45, as we keep scrolling along, we'll start to see more. So yeah, you have some in Corsicana, Huntsville, and then Longview and Shreveport on I-20 is getting a few. And if we keep scrolling till the very end, you'll start seeing stores show up in what I like to call middle of the nowhere. So a lot of, actually no, a lot of these are still major highways to get from one place to the other. So it looks like McDonald's really likes to stay on highly trafficked areas. You're not going to see, so if we look at Texas, there's like almost no McDonald's in West Texas because no one's traveling there. And the only exception would be on I-20 because that's a major thoroughfare. One thing I quickly noticed is while I was scrubbing through this data, especially during the early part, there was this weird dot right here that's not at any major city, which seemed odd to me. So I zoomed in, and it actually looks like there's a problem with the data at this particular point. And it's really easy to see because you can see from the trends that at this point in time, all of the McDonald's should be at cities. They won't be at some podunk city. So my favorite city in the world is Dallas. So let's check that one out. So I already mentioned that Dallas gets the first McDonald's in Texas. But let's see how new McDonald's show up. So at the very beginning, it's clustered around North Dallas, which makes sense. And as we scroll forward, most of the growth is happening in between Dallas and Fort Worth. So we have a lot of white flight coming from Dallas to the west, and a lot of growth in the north. So again, some more white flight up north, and you won't notice as much growth south and east Dallas because those are predominantly poorer communities that weren't growing as fast. So especially during like this period right here, you can see a lot of growth towards the north. And especially at this moment, there's a ton of growth in the north, while the south sees very few new spots. There's probably 4 times as many dots in the north of Dallas than south. So that really shows the movement of people in Dallas. So let's check to see how Texas fared compared to the rest of the states. So if we zoom out and we go back to the very beginning. So around 1,000, we finally get our first dot in Dallas. What's crazy is Chicago is already really dense, along with Los Angeles and some of these other areas on the east. So it looks like Texas was definitely a latecomer to McDonald's. Probably wasn't until this tail end did places like Houston and Dallas start to explode with McDonald's, like the rest of the states. Alrighty, and that's it.